Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the official Nothing But Games podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Matt, and today I'm joined just by Marcus. How are you doing, Marcus?
What's up? Apparently my face is, being reconstructed.
Oh, how did that go? How did that...
it actually, went beautifully.
Yeah. You look amazing.
I know, I have the face of a Steve Buscemi right now.
Yeah, you literally look amazing, honestly.
It was either Brad Pitt or Steve Buscemi. I chose Steve Buscemi.
Perfect. I mean, it's all good.
It was a great explanation of when Mike was like, yeah, he can't walk, and then you're like, yeah, his face got reconstructed.
He didn't let me explain it first. Everyone was confused, and now it's like, oh, that makes total sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine. Where's Mike?
Motherfucker, I can't believe he would actually miss a podcast.
Honestly, though, right? So unprofessional.
It really is.
Jeez, man. It's like a flaming garbage truck.
It's a garbage truck on fire.
That's why I said it that way, so we don't get copyright striked.
No, they don't own that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, where is Mike? I don't even know. Mike's in the United States, maybe.
Mike is
dealing coke.
Listen, he's part of the regime. He's building the wall right now.
I don't think you can say that. I don't think we can get political. It's not called Nothing But Politics.
I mean, we got a little bit political last week too.
No, I didn't listen. Yeah, I did.
What? All right. Anyway, moving on.
I think I'm going to listen to my own show.
No. What the hell? Why would I watch my own content? Jeez, am I like a real YouTuber now?
I know. Just like, comment, and subscribe.
YouTube.com/NightmareMC for my daily vlogs. Anyway,
share the comments in the description down below. Make sure to follow me on my Snapchat, Imgur, and MySpace.
Exactly. Nice. Anyway, so whole bunch of news this week. Biggest being
it was actually last week.
Yeah.
Also, we're recording super early than normal, so when Microsoft buys Nintendo later this week, we're going to be late to that.
Anyway, so a whole bunch of news this week. We are the biggest thing last week on the Thursday would have been the Destiny 2 announcement. We'll talk about that more in detail next week. A few news stories going on. First of all, the Red Dead 2 Redemption has been delayed.
Red Dead 2 Redemption, yeah.
Nice.
Red Dead 2 Redemption 2.
Yeah, that's it.
Even more redemption.
Double the redemption. That has been delayed until spring 2018, obviously.
Nah, no surprise. Anyway. It's delaying games is pretty much the new thing.
More or less. It's like fidget spinners.
Yeah, except I don't want to fucking kill myself when a game gets delayed. When I see a fidget spinner. Just a quick side note. Went to a restaurant a little while ago. Yeah. Fucking every child had a fidget spinner in their hand.
Every single one, eh?
But you're one of them. You have a fidget spinner.
I don't have a fidget spinner.
Yes, you do. I know for a fact.
So, I had a fidget spinner. It broke.
How the fuck do you break a fidget spinner?
Well, I saw the fad growing and I broke it.
You should just throw that shit in the trash.
I did.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, Red Dead Redemption.
Red Dead Redemption 2, yeah.
Yeah, just games keep getting delayed. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if it means the game's going to be better. Just keep delaying it. What I just find annoying is announcing a set release date for a game not over a year ago, but last year. It
was about over a year ago, almost.
Oh, no. Well, last fall. So,
yeah.
But I feel like it even happened with the Batman Arkham Knight situation when I think that was 2015 or 14 when they originally announced it. They announced it and it's coming later this year, and then it got delayed into 2015.
That's why we at Nothing But Games are smart and didn't give you guys a time for when we're uploading this podcast.
Yeah, because we're incredibly lazy.
Yeah, there's that.
But yeah, it's not a big surprise also because Rockstar and how they delayed Grand Theft Auto 5 at least once, I forget twice, but I remember it was originally supposed to come out in spring of 2013, but then it got pushed back to the September. And just like then, they also with the delay put out some screenshots of Red Dead Redemption 2. Mm-hmm. So you saw cowboys and horses at night. It was real cool.
Yep.
It actually, it looks pretty good. But yeah, so far, I wasn't really holding my breath for it because before they even delayed it, it was just only a couple of months before the game was slated to be out, and we had only seen, one trailer of, grass horses and, a pig or whatever. So, there's that. But, no big deal. It'll come out next year. Means Breath of the Wild will get all the Game of the Year awards this year, and then Red Dead Redemption 2 will get them next year.
But Breath of the Wild, it deserves it, so it's okay.
I wouldn't know. I haven't played it.
Well,
also, it means that every other like AAA developer and publisher putting out a game later this year actually has they're not like scared in they're not shitting their pants anymore because they don't have to go up against Rockstar Games.
I mean, now that Far Cry 5, which will probably launch this year, and we saw the new trailer for the church teaser trailer, which was 4 seconds of you seeing a guy ring a church bell with an M4 on his back. Yeah, that might come out this year, and then we'll actually be able to like see that game do well. Maybe, what do you think?
Are we just going into Far Cry 5?
I mean, it all ties together, but
I think it doesn't come out this year.
No,
just because they didn't put a release date at the end of it.
No, they did not. No.
I'm thinking, how many games does Ubisoft want to release this fall? And so far, we know of the Assassin's Creed, and I doubt they want to push that to spring. But they have Assassin's Creed and South Park: The Fractured Butthole, and also the rumored Mario, not rumored, but pretty much like the seemingly completely leaked Mario Rabbids Switch game. It's already 3 right there. I don't know if they're going to push for a fourth big game. I would say that...
Well, there's South Park coming out.
I said South Park.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry.
Maybe if you'd listen to me, but whatever.
I mean, why would I listen to my own podcast, right?
That's true. No, but Primal came out in January of last year.
Yeah, it did.
And we see like early winter or late winter and spring being a big time for games now, especially spring, so I wouldn't be shocked if Far Cry 5 comes out from like the first quarter of next year.
I mean, both the original Watch Dogs and Overwatch came out in spring.
Yeah, and same with Uncharted 4 came out last.
Those are great games.
Last year, Overwatch, you said. What came out this year in spring? Just a shit ton. Zelda, Mass Effect, Horizon, like so much stuff. Well,
it's
pretty much
summer,
like
so I guess
Q1 and
technically
like
Injustice 2.
Yeah, Injustice 2. Pretty much like Q1 and Q2 aren't as empty as they used to be.
Yeah, which is good. I honestly like the variety of things. Normally, I used to call this like a wait period. Basically, until E3, you see the things, then you get hyped for the things, and then you buy the things in the fall. But overall, I like how they're spacing everything out now. So yeah. Speaking of Ubisoft, then they're coming out with a couple of the Games with Gold stuff this month.
Yeah, they're in the Games with Gold library for Xbox.
Yeah, they are. They have Watch Dogs, the original, and Assassin's Creed 3 for...
Watch Dogs is part of Xbox. Watch Dogs for Xbox One.
Yes.
And the other Xbox One game was Speedrunners.
Which is
a great... it's a great... I don't even know if it is local co-op, but it is great for... or local play, but it is fun for... facing friends, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's more of like the classic like Towerfall Ascension, Nidhogg games like that have been that came out in the early life of like the PS4, Xbox One generation. But Speedrunners was only on PC for a bit, but now it's here, so it's good.
Definitely something to check out. Probably something that, considering you said it is a great co-op game, something we might possibly stream as well. May as well give it a chance right now, right? So stay tuned for that. We also got, like I said previously, Assassin's Creed 3 for the 360 and Dragon Age Origins as well. Have you played Dragon Age? No. Dragon Age Inquisition, I played just a little bit. I find it as whatever. A lot of people did enjoy it. A lot of people either liked it or hated it. But apparently this one here did very well. So
yeah, it seems too big of an RPG for me, and also fantasy is like hit or miss for me. Same with like sci-fi.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, you do.
Stop.
In multiple ways.
Okay. I'm sitting across the room, tucked away behind a desk, but that's fine. Or a table, I guess. I don't know. Do you want to get right into Overwatch? Because that's still news. So
sure.
You experienced this firsthand. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. But the Overwatch 1 year anniversary did launch. Game came out a year ago, so they re-released the game with literally a gold cover.
Yeah, the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah. Basically, it brought to us 3 new maps. One of them looked like a remake of Eichenwald, and the other 2 seemed new from the screenshots that I saw today. There was they've changed the 1v1 duel and the 3v3 duels as well. For a limited time only. They're probably going to keep the changes if people respond positively to them. And a whole bunch of characters or heroes got skins, including Bastion, D.Va, Genji, Hanzo, Lucio, Mei, Pharah, 76, Symmetra, Tracer, and Zarya. So people are probably going to be getting those loot boxes like crazy. You can purchase all of them for 3,000 coins. I mean, be like Marcus and be proactive with 15,000 coins saved up. Attaboy. But no, you can buy them all now.
I've been waiting for a rainy day.
You can buy them all now, man.
I can buy 4.
Yeah, well, you know.
But yeah, the event, yeah, like you said, I played a bit of it today. That's pretty much going to be my life for the next 3 weeks. I was trying to get back into Dishonored 2, but then after the event came out, I'm like, sorry, Dishonored 2.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet, unfortunately.
Yeah. Dishonored 2 is a great game, but honestly, like, Overwatch is like top priority for me right now, especially when there's an event. Like, everything just stops for me, and I just pretty much dive deep right into the event to try and get everything that's limited as fast as I can. Or at least everything that I like. Because with the last event, Uprising, I had a great mode, but I didn't really like any of the skins or the cosmetic items that much.
Yeah, I found the skins to be whatever.
So I just saved up until this one, which by far, like, probably one of my favorite ones. But going to the new maps, they're for the arcade games. If whoever doesn't play Overwatch, there's the arcade mode, which has both a 1v1 and a 3v3 game mode to it. And before, we only had one map in the game for those modes, which is Eco Point Antarctica. So I kind of stopped playing arcade after a while in those modes just because it got so repetitive. I really didn't like that map after a while. But the new maps, they're pretty much based off of, like you said, different maps in the game. So one is, I can't remember the exact names of them, but one is in Eichenwald, one is in Dorado, and one is in Temple of Anubis.
Yeah. Around
those maps. And they're all completely different. So like the one that's in Temple of Anubis is very small. It's pretty much two different, it's kind of like a square pretty much, but then in the middle, like a line drawn in the middle where like a pit is. So if you can pretty much get knocked down into there. And there's like multiple levels. The Eichenwald one is really cool where you can instantly go to like the enemy spawn really fast. You can climb up onto the top of like wrecked buildings with like fallen trees. And there's also destructible environments in that one where you can destroy doors and stuff. And the Dorado one is more of just a circle, so you can pretty much see the enemies pretty much wherever you are on the map. It's a lot of close combat, so I like them better than Eco Point Antarctica. But the skins, like I said, I like them a lot better than at least Uprising. And the event goes until June 12th, so right before E3.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, that's when E3 starts. We'll be on...
Yeah, that's the Monday of, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll be in Los Angeles.
California.
California
United
that day.
States of America.
Yeah, if anybody wants to come say hi, just come say hi.
North America.
Nobody knows who our faces are, but it's fine.
Nobody knows who our faces are.
It's fine, shut up.
It's okay, I know, I talk bad all the time, but it gets edited out.
It's okay. That won't get edited out. None of this will get edited out.
I'm not going to edit out your bad mistakes.
Just make me look like the idiot. That's fine. Just like on last week's podcast when I said I'm going to look like an idiot over the internet, but that's fine. Who cares? Mm-hmm. Oh well.
You did a great job of editing it, though.
I really didn't. I really did not.
It was good.
It was whatever.
It was good.
It's okay. It's fine. I tried. You were out of commission. You couldn't see with those bandages
over your eyes. But what were we
going
to do? Give it to Mike?
God, no. That guy... So... All right, because Mike's not here to defend himself.
Mike would have put an Imagine Dragons album on there.
Mike doesn't know any other music except Imagine Dragons. Because Mike's not here, and we had some fun making fun of you last week, and we're going to have some fun making fun of him.
We're going to shit talk Mike.
Yeah, we are.
This is my favorite segment.
Oh, nice. So, yeah. He can't swim, ride a bike, he can't cook. What else can't he do?
I didn't say any of that, but holy crap, is it all true?
I mean, poor guy. Mm. Hey, I've taught him how to ride a bike. It was pretty funny, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
2 summers ago.
You didn't really teach him. You tried to. Is there any help with him?
No. Smartest idiot I know.
He knows how to ride a bike in Mario Kart. That's about it.
Which he really shouldn't because it's Mario Kart. So, what a pleb. Yeah, for all you guys who ride bikes in Mario Kart, yeah, just uninstall, please.
It's
trade it in at your local.
It's not called
EB
Mario
Games.
Bike.
Ugh, it's fine. Enough of that. Enough about Mike. Let's focus on the news. Going in. Last week, as previously mentioned, Destiny 2 was announced. Officially announced, I guess. Everybody kind of knew it was coming.
The gameplay reveal.
Yeah. What did you see it at all? Or
I didn't watch the actual event, but I did see gameplay videos and some of the news stories and updates from it. Because I didn't really play much of Destiny 1, and by much I mean at all. I only played the beta. And to me, it what I went into it when I went into Destiny 1 after it was initially revealed and everything, I was expecting the next Halo from Bungie, but that was really not what it is at all. It really is more of like it's in its like own genre because it's not really an MMO, but it kind of has MMO characteristics. It's like pretty much MMO. It's like the term that the people usually use is like shared world shooter with like that and the Division. It's pretty much it's like a new genre that's been that hasn't come out until like this generation of consoles.
Yeah. I watched the press conference, not live because it just all of the streams just decided to die on me that day. I'm like, okay, cool, so it's fine. So I went to go watch a little bit of it. I don't know. I have to play it to really make like a judgment call as to what it is. I have to experience it for myself. Overall, it just looks like a reskinned Destiny 1, I guess. Yeah. They are making a lot of good changes. Honestly, these are improvements over everything, and I have to give them credits when it's due. So the game itself is releasing on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 on, I believe, September 8th.
And PC. But
not PC.
Well, it's coming out on PC, but they didn't.
Later.
They didn't say that it was coming that day.
September 8th is releasing on the Xbox One and the PS4, and then later it's going to release on the PC, which is good. Usually the ports to the PCs absolutely are disgusting, and they suck. They don't work, so I'm glad that they're going to actually wait a little bit to see how the game does.
But saying that it is coming through Battle.net instead of Steam, so...
I mean...
And Battle.net is Blizzard, so... It's an interesting move since Activision and Blizzard are pretty much one and two. They're their sister companies, so... having Destiny 2 on Battle.net is pretty big because Blizzard doesn't really put out they have like pretty much solely quality content going through Battle.net. They don't really put out trash, especially in like their own service and everything. So I'm guessing if it's coming through if you're going to be playing it through Battle.net, that it's going to be a quality, at least like the online servers and everything will actually be a quality product.
Yeah, exactly. The first thing I want to mention would be the more traditional campaign that they're going to have in this game. So the story there wasn't really a story so they picked up from somewhere, and I think they picked up at a good point. More or less humanity, more or less the last civilization on Earth is being destroyed. You got to figure out what's going on. You're losing your lights. You got to go get your powers back. That they said it like 19 times throughout that conference because I did watch a little bit of it. The whole concept of go get your light back, it was literally driven into my brain. I'm just like, I want to sit in the dark corner, please. But anyway, it's fine. They're getting rid of a bunch of the pauses that take away from the gameplay itself. So like every time you needed to do something in Destiny, you needed to launch into orbit, which means you had a cutscene and then a loading screen, and then you had the menu, then you pick it, then you have another loading screen, then you have another blast off screen, then you do your thing. They're getting rid of that entire process. So now it's just like click go and you can start playing, which is good. So they're getting rid of that. What's it called? The cutscenes themselves, they look amazing. They did a very, very nice job with the way it looked. It's just I feel this is something that there's going to be too much of. Hopefully not. But when they said, here's the gameplay, they literally showed about 5 minutes of gameplay, or like a cutscene before they actually showed us gameplay when watching the demo. Or maybe 5 minutes is a little exaggerated, but it felt like a long time. I just sat there watching. The new weapon system, they've rehashed it, I guess. It went from primary, secondary, and heavy to kinetic, energy, and power weapons, which is okay. They've changed the entire multiplayer around completely. So now in your Crucible and whatnot, PvP, it's 4v4 rather than 6v6, which is a lot better. Spectating-wise, playing-wise, it's going to feel more of like a Halo multiplayer match rather than anything else, where, yes, the game is still fast-paced, but you have room to actually breathe, right? Sometimes in Overwatch, you're just sitting there, you're just like, what the hell's happening? And you explode, and that's it, because there's 6v6. 12 players on a map with a whole bunch of different random abilities, and everything explodes. You can only imagine how that would be in a game like this. They're adding new planets, new moons, and whatnot. I'm hoping that they expand the size of these things. to make them larger in scale and more to explore and this and that. They said they were going to have more like things you can find and unlock and this and that and whatnot, but I want the map to actually increase, right, in size. Plus they've also added a map feature so you can hit select and you can see the freaking map on the screen. That wasn't a thing before.
Yeah,
you didn't have a mini map.
It seems like it's launching now with what a lot of people wanted Destiny 1 to launch with.
Yeah.
Because when Destiny 1 launched, it was considered as like an okay game. It didn't like make the big splash that everyone thought it would.
Yeah.
It did really well commercially, but critically kind of just got like middling reviews. But I honestly have never seen a game like Destiny ever. Like from launch till now, it's seemingly a completely different game. Like there's like so many hardcore communities with it, and the amount of like content that they kept putting in with all these raids and expansions, it pretty much went from like an okay game to people like consider a great or an amazing game that people love.
Yeah, so that's the problem I have with it though. And I understand DLC is important. It expands your story, this and that. Mm-hmm. But when the game initially launched in 2014, I wanted to love it. I'm a huge Halo fan, so and unfortunately Bungie stopped making Halo and whatnot, but that's cool. So I wanted to like it. I really did. So I bought the game day one. I even went to the midnight launch, this and that, and I played it. I played the crap out of it for the first, I think, 2-3 weeks, maybe a month. My brother clocked about 1,000 hours into it before he stopped playing. Yeah, it was nuts. The whole thing was though so more or less the way it worked was it was a $40 expansion. Then a $40 expansion, and then another $80 expansion. Like you had to buy, you had to spend so much money for the game to get to the point of this is a good game now, which is, I don't know. I feel at that point they should have just cut it. They should have focused their efforts on Destiny 2. I mean, this game, they've learned a lot over the last 3 years. Overall, I don't know. I just hope that DLC is going to become a little bit cheaper, and we're going to get more frequent expansions. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't see the point of making like a $40 to $50 expansion when the features that should have been there already come out later, right? I don't agree with that. That's the way the original Destiny handled. A lot of people absolutely love it. A lot of people have been sitting there and playing it for the past 3 years. But when there's no in-game browser for matchmaking, so you can't do raids without having a party of 6, people go to different forums like Reddit. There's Destiny communities. There's a whole bunch of stuff on the internet and external things you need to go get in order to play the game. And that was the other thing about the press conference as well, that I don't know if I'm impressed or disappointed with the fact that they're trying to get. So basically, throughout the entire press conference, they gave you a stat, and the stat said that about 50% of Destiny players actually played the game, and what that means was 50% of people. So between two of us, right? Yeah. I did the raids, but you didn't. Because you couldn't get 6 people to do raids with. But I did it because I went on the internet and decided, hey, I want to go make a fire team. So I went to Reddit. r/Destiny or whatever it is, and I got 6 people to add me on Xbox and whatnot. But 50% of people did not do that, and they're saying that they want that stat to increase to 100%. Obviously, you're never going to reach the 100% goal, but I feel like they're actually going to add in-game browsers and in-game things like that in order for people to actually experience this game to the fullest extent. I feel they are taking a step in the right direction. I feel that they are making positive changes, but I'm skeptical, and we have the right to be skeptical, considering you can drop $300 on this thing, and it can be like the first one. Yeah, so hopefully that Destiny will have the whole matchmaking system fixed with that stuff. Overall, I think that they are taking a step in the right direction with this stuff. They're adding multiplayer clans and a guided gameplay. So basically, the way it works now is we can have the Nothing But Games Destiny group inside of the game browser itself, right? More or less, which is fantastic. The guided gameplay more or less means we're in a group, right? 5 of us. All the people sitting next to me. Hey guys, how's it going? We're live audience, everybody clap. Perfect. Boo. Thanks. And then you, Marcus, you're by yourself, and you're like, well, I don't want to join a clan yet, but I need.
I usually am by myself.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to join our clan yet, but you want to experience the game, so we can kind of like think about adding you as like a temporary thing. You can like piggyback on top of us.
Disposable. Expendable.
Yeah, there it is. You can piggyback on top of our clan. You can do all the raids and stuff with us,
I love
and then go
piggybacking.
solo again whenever you feel like it. So, because playing a game like Destiny, yes, you like being solo, but at the same time, it's a game where you can't be. So,
but now because when what I remember from playing the beta was I didn't like the seemingly always online aspect, and that it was better if you played online. What now it seems to be with the campaign that if you do want to go solo, you can and still have a good time, which is better.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like they're doing a lot better with this launch than they did with the first game with that, and also how they're launching with a raid, which I heard
They are.
Yeah.
They're launching. I think they should.
Which
In
I
my
know
personal
people love.
opinion, I think they should have more than one raid to launch. Considering new game, may as well have like 3 or 4 of them for
But
people
that
to do.
will will be. They're definitely going to be more added on throughout the thing. Pretty much is most Destiny players who continue on after the game launches. When is it? September
8th.
Yeah,
For the Xbox and PlayStation.
like after September, only like going on into like early next year. It's pretty much just gonna be like the hardcore from then on out. They probably hope to capture more players with the PC audience.
Yeah.
But I think from then on, those are the people who they're counting on to buy these expansion packs, to buy the DLC, to buy the season pass, whatever they have. So I don't really think they care too much if people view Destiny as just all expansions and no just main game, because you even saw how like pretty much every year since Destiny 1 came out, they pretty much had whole marketing campaigns based on the new expansions, as if it's like a whole new game in itself. I remember like the Taken King, and that's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. But whenever they announce these things, they seem like whole new parts for the game. So
Well, it's kind of like an MMO's little brother,
Yeah.
I guess, right? So there are going to be a whole bunch of the expansions and whatnot that will look like that. Overall, it does contribute to like the main story. The reason it launched that way is because Destiny itself, some people are saying the story got leaked and this and that and what, I don't know. Destiny itself never had a story. It did. It's just nobody knew it because it was all in those cards. So each individual expansion just expanded onto that, and then but at that point, we just saw the game as one game for expansions anyway. This game is going to be more of like a World of Warcraft, where you're going to see the main story, and then something that adds it, and something that adds it. And you know what I'm saying? So it can be like, you got to go collect your light and, free the traveler and this and that and whatever. Then the expansion after that is going to be rebuilding civilization. And then now you're in in like the Silver Age. And then the next expansion would be like something happens again and now your light's a threat and, something like that, right? It's going to be more traditional this time around, considering they have something to work off of, and not something random where it's just expansion, and no storyline is whatsoever. So,
And no more Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Supposedly no more wizards that came from the moon. I
Honestly.
actually can't believe that they got rid of Peter Dinklage and they patched him out and replaced him with Nolan North.
Yeah.
All of the voice lines for the Ghost.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
they
one
did.
of the funniest things that I've ever seen a developer do in a game.
Honestly,
They're completely getting rid of a voice actor.
I got no idea as to
It's
why.
Nolan North, though.
I know.
Like infinitely better than Peter Dinklage for voice acting.
It's okay. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, this is probably something that I'm not going to get day one. This is probably going to be something, because I have the opportunity, I'm going to wait for the PC release. I don't know. It's just...
Yeah, and already such a crowded fall like it always is. I'm probably... I wasn't really excited when Destiny 2 was revealed, but seeing that single-player gameplay kind of got me a bit... It raised my eyebrows, I'll say that. So I'll wait to see others' opinions based off of the campaign, because I probably won't get hardcore into it. It's very rare that I go into multiplayer games. Like Overwatch is an exception. It's very rare that the multiplayer side of the game will capture me. It's happened only very few times with recently Overwatch, and stuff like Smash Bros is multiplayer, but even that I'll play by myself. I'll play single player, but very rare like that. Halo, old Call of Duty in the past. But for me, I'm more of a campaign guy. So Destiny 2 is campaign. maybe if I pick it up, it'll just be for that.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing would be is I absolutely hate getting into one of those MMOs, and it's just I have one friend that plays it and then another friend that kind of played it, and they all started at different times. Now he's level 95 and he's level 62 and I'm level 0.
You
I
pretty
hate
much
that.
have to be carried.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm going to get it at PC because I know that the group of people that I would play with would all get it on the PC as well. So now we're all on the same level cap. We're all going to be starting from that point right there, right? It's going to be a few months, right? So there's probably going to be like small expansion 1 and 2 out, and then for the PC they're going to have like a collection come out or something. That's what I'm assuming anyway, right? That would probably be the best for it, like for the PC launch of it. So I mean, I don't know. I'm excited to see what they're going to do, but I'm not holding my breath. I don't know. I feel there's a possibility that this game can do really well and it can be, you know, something new and good, or this game is just going to be like, I feel that this game is going to land right in its face and it's going to be back to the same old Destiny. So
I think they probably learned from their mistakes from at least the launch, because you see with how they've been pretty much adding worthwhile expansions ever since the game launched. I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Because it was like such an incredible comeback from 2014 Destiny to now 2017 Destiny.
It is 100% different, definitely. I mean, I stopped playing the game, I got rid of it, and then one day it just magically appeared on my Xbox again because my brother won it from a stream. I'm like, okay. So I checked it out. Not bad. That was I believe after a year's difference, but I mean, I can only imagine what happened after 3. So, and how much money people spent on it. I'm just saying, still a little bit salty. It's fine. I don't know.
Well, then you got people buying like $1,000 Counter-Strike skins for your guns and whatnot.
Well, I can argue that at least you can trade those for real money, and you can actually make money like that. So, because you can, you still can. Stop being salty with your console plebness.
PC gaming, though.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
Sure. Just wait until it gets to the real. I'll play when it comes to the real platforms.
What, Counter-Strike?
Yeah,
It did on the 360. And it flopped.
When it comes to the 3DS.
Oh, perfect.
The new Nintendo 2DS XL.
The PS Vita, the thing that died in North America.
Yo, it's alive right on my shirt. I got the PS Vita on my shirt.
It's just the word broken on it, right? I don't know. I don't have my glasses on.
It actually doesn't.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
It's a baker's dozen. Check out Kinda Funny.
Yeah, that's it.
The
Shout
number
out to
one
them.
Vita supporters. The Vita had more. I'm pretty sure it was like recently, like 1 year, like the Vita had more games announced for it than any other platform. It's just pretty much an indie machine now, but it's worth it. If you want a good gaming machine on the go, that's not a Switch, and you don't want to make yourself go broke, just buy a Vita and buy a handful of indies.
Or you can get a 3DS and play a whole bunch of Mario games.
Yeah, but Nintendo games never drop in value.
I mean, they do. Not.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know
feel
what
like
to
you
tell
were
you.
trying to counter my point, but then you realized I was right.
I
So
knew you were right the whole
completely
time.
went
It's just I
back.
was making it interesting. It's fine. It's all good. Yeah, he's right. They never drop in value because, you know, Nintendo and stuff, right? I mean, at that point, you're going to buy a $300 after tax anyway. $300 3DS. You may as well just spend another $100 to get a Switch.
Like, you're getting Watch Dogs for free now if you're on Xbox, but I'm pretty sure if you want to go buy Mario Kart 7, you're still trying to rack out like $40.
Yeah, it's still $40.
Yeah, like, holy fuck.
That's disgusting. I mean, that's even worse than how much money Destiny players spent. What?
It's more worse than how much a Switch is right now
It's not too bad.
in Canada.
Well, I mean, just for you.
Just blame Canada, as South Park says, for our dollars.
Yeah, our dollar sucks. I mean, I like our money better, but our dollar sucks.
Yeah, I like our Monopoly money. It's nice and pretty.
It's like Australian money. It's pretty as well.
I've never seen Australian money.
It's different colors, I believe.
I'm pretty sure isn't the euro too also different colors?
That I don't know. I've never been to Europe and had to exchange for euros, so I don't know. But I could be totally wrong. And I sound like an asshole, but it's fine.
You uncultured buffoon.
You know what? I have an idea. Guys, for all you listeners around the world, I need you to send me pictures of your money to nothingButGamesPodcast@gmail.com. Forgot to plug it in the beginning, just like every other
do.
time, but plugged it right
Part
now.
of the show.
Yeah. So, it's
Take
fine.
a shot every time he forgets to plug it.
It's one shot every
Every episode.
every episode, yeah.
Take a shot every time there's not 3 people here.
You know what? Should we do like a drunk podcast one day? Like I don't know.
The E3 one.
Yeah. Perfect.
Mike would be literally dead.
I would open the
You'd
bottle
put the
of beer.
microphone next to his mouth, and he'd pretty much just be snoring.
I would open the bottle of beer and done. That's it. Over. GG.
Takes a whiff of rubbing alcohol. He instantly passes out.
Mike is the biggest lightweight you'll ever meet, which you probably won't because, we're famous and whatnot, but it's fine. I'm not saying we're better than you, but we are.
He'll smell alcohol, and then in a week, he'll see his Amazon purchase, and he'll get some random Amazon package to his house. It's like, I didn't buy 12 spider monkeys.
Nice. Amazon Prime, boys. Let's go. It's the greatest. It's honestly the greatest service. I'm going to be 20% off pre-ordered games. I get same-day shipping sometimes. It's amazing.
This podcast brought to you by Amazon.
I wish. Amazon, please. I need more Amazon Prime in my life. Also Twitch Prime as well, because, I need all those kappas in my life. Anyway, so that's enough about Destiny. Marcus is very upset that we didn't talk about this last week. Salty boy. He is literally the definition of Overwatch players. Are you sure you don't have any more salt in your bandages there, Marcus?
I'm not about these internet phrases you kids are all on about today.
Salty. Anyway, so Marcus
has
something
kind of guy.
Garlic powder. Marcus has something very important he wants to share with all of you. Marcus, take it away.
Hold on. While I'm doing this live, I'm checking if the trailer for Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 has dropped. If it did, I'd be very happy. If it didn't, I'm still just going to be completely upset. I'm trying to banter. Do not worry. But as you can see, we're going to be talking about, or at least I'm going to be talking about Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. And did the trailer get put up? No, it didn't. So, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. Yeah. Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, the sequel to Lego Marvel Superheroes, one of my favorite games.
Lego Marvel Superheroes Avengers?
No, there's Lego Marvel Superheroes and then Lego Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah,
Lego
I work at EB Games, remember? I sell those.
Yes, but you don't know.
I do know.
You're not a Marvel and Lego guy like me.
I like DC. I am the Flash. The fastest.
I just realized I'm staring at you. It's like this is a radio show. No, I love DC, but Marvel.
Yeah, you also said it was
I like
live.
Marvel way more.
Live.
True. But yeah, they showed off a teaser trailer. They showed off a teaser trailer last week of Baby Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Matt, why are you laughing?
Teaser trailer, because you said Groot.
You said Red Dead 2 Redemption 2.
It's fine.
This is a garbage truck on fire.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah, they had a teaser trailer last week of, it was 13 seconds of Baby Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 just running. And then they said expect the full trailer May 23rd, which is today, and we didn't get the trailer yet, and I'm really upset. But yeah, as you can see, I really liked the first Lego Marvel Superheroes as a big Marvel fan and as a fan of the Lego games. They are children's games, but they're also really fun. And they're just really good modern adventure games, and even kind of 3D platformers, kind of not really, but good. Even they make good open worlds too, based on whatever property that you like. They have so many now with Star Wars and Batman and the Lego Movie, and they had Pirates of the Caribbean and whatnot. But yeah, Lego Marvel Superheroes 1 was one of my favorite games just because as a really big Marvel fan, it was the first open world game where we had pretty much every major Marvel character, over 100 of them, all in the same world together in the same game that you could play with, whether it was the X-Men, Avengers, Fantastic Four, and then even just obscure characters that no one would even know. You have people like MODOK in there, which is just completely cool to people like me. And then Lego Marvel's
and the Flash.
And then Lego Marvel's Avengers, which was completely disappointing just because it was only based off of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which I really enjoy the movies. However, when you went into the game, all the dialogue was replaced with straight ripped dialogue from the movies themselves, so it was completely out of place and it just didn't sound right. And since it was only based off of movies from the MCU, it means we didn't get any of the X-Men or Fantastic Four characters, because if nobody knows, there's the whole Fox and Marvel movie deal or Fox and Disney, where Disney owns pretty much most Marvel characters, except for Fox has the movie rights for X-Men and Fantastic Four, which means Disney doesn't really like to acknowledge the X-Men or the Fantastic Four anymore in terms of their games or in their comics, where you see them like killing off Wolverine and separating the Fantastic Four and killing off people like Deadpool. But what I'm really just interested to see is if in Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, will we get X-Men and Fantastic Four characters? With the trailer the teaser that they showed off last week, there was a picture of different I guess like scenes from the game, and it also seemed to be pretty MCU heavy because it had the Thor in the armor that we see in Thor Ragnarok, and also Black Panther and Rocket Raccoon and Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. But then there was also some weird stuff with like there was a cowboy Captain America, which was just pretty interesting.
Oh, he was McCree.
Yeah, McCree. Nice. McCree, Captain America.
Nice.
Which is funny because McCree even has an American skin in Overwatch.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
But I don't know. I think it's just too much to ask for like the X-Men and Fantastic Four to be in there now. I really don't think Marvel's or Disney at least is gonna try and acknowledge them anymore. If X-Men and Fantastic Four were in there, I think they would have been in that image that they showed. That's why I've just been waiting for this trailer to see if they actually show them off. My bets are that they're not going to be in it, just because I don't know, Disney's been kind of petty with the X-Men,
Wolverine's a shitty character anyway.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I only said it to trigger him because he's like the biggest Wolverine fan ever, and I love Wolverine, but
I'm kicking you off the show, but
it's my show. I'm the host. What do you mean?
It's not your show.
It is.
It's our show.
No, I'm the host, joined by you.
I didn't have to be here. You're in my house. And then, but anyways, I really don't think they're gonna end up putting X-Men or Fantastic Four characters in there, which is also something that I've been wondering about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. They haven't showed any X-Men characters in that, which X-Men characters have been a huge part of Marvel vs. Capcom forever, because even back in the day before it was Marvel vs. Capcom, and it literally was X-Men versus Street Fighter. That's how this series started off. I would be willing to bet that maybe if anything like that were to happen, they do DLC characters from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and not put in the X-Men at launch. But as for Lego Marvel 2, I really hope that they're in there, because it would be a Marvel fan's wet dream come true.
Jeez,
again,
okay.
Part 2.
I can see the podcast title already. Destiny 2 in small characters, and then Lego Marvel 2 in all caps. Okay, so that more or less wraps it up for today. We have one more piece of small news. Marcus has been following it all day. It is the Mario Rabbids leak. Or leaks, I guess, at this point now. Marcus, if you want to quickly explain what's been going on.
Yeah, it was as early as January, maybe even earlier than that, before the whole Nintendo Switch reveal event went on for that conference that they had a couple months ago. There was a rumor of a Mario Cross Rabbids from the Rayman Raving Rabbids series. RPG game that was being developed by Ubisoft. Just a whole bunch of leaks from that. A bunch of different sites even confirming with their sources saying that it is legitimate and that it is a real thing. But today there were some different leaks of promotional art, what seems to be promotional artwork for the game, and at this point it's pretty much, I would be willing to bet like 99% that this is legitimate. If not, then it's a really convincing fake. But it was just artwork of the Mario characters and the Rabbids characters. So what we knew from a couple weeks ago, there was information that the characters in the game is an RPG, and the characters would be Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi, and then 4 Rabbids dressed up as Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi. And then from today, Nintendo World Report had some marketing material from the game, supposedly, and a lot of different sources have been confirming that this is legitimate. So some of the bullet points that they had were that the game is estimated to be about 20 hours long. There will be local co-op. The combat includes different weapons, with Mario and the team being able to use guns. There are 4 different worlds, and the exploration is supposed to be about 35% of the game, and combat about 65% of the game. So I'm just interested, and also that the game is set to launch in either August or September of this year, and that a surprise unveil, quote unquote surprise unveil is supposed to be at E3, whether at Ubisoft's or Nintendo's show. We'll see. What do you think about it?
Honestly, first comment would be, who would go to that much effort to make a fake for something like that? Let's be real for a second.
But do you remember those Rayman and Smash Brothers leaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was by a guy named Artsy Omni. He was really good at doing those. He had like an entire character select screen with him on it, and people were convinced that it was real. Even I was convinced that it was real, so you never know.
You got bamboozled.
I did get bamboozled. But I'm pretty sure this has got to be real with with pretty reputable sources confirming this.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm down. I'm ready for this. Probably going to be something by later on, but
it's an exclusive Switch game, which is something you can't really say exists.
It's going to be $79.99.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it is an RPG, which is interesting for Mario and Rabbids characters. We haven't had we do have Mario RPGs in the Mario RPG series that's been going on. Paper Mario kind of went away from that a bit, but we haven't had an actual, I doubt it's going to be so hardcore, but for it to be not just a party game or anything, it's interesting to see that both Mario and Rabbids are actually going to be in an RPG, even that the crossover between these two worlds exist in the first place, outside of a Smash Bros. It's kind of interesting.
I'm excited to see it, honestly. Overall, I think this is, because I haven't seen any of the screenshots or whatnot. Overall, I think this is going to be something very interesting for everybody to see. It's probably going to be more expensive because the Switch games are apparently more expensive than anything else for some reason.
Well, yeah, at least the physical versions or the digital versions, because cartridges cost more than discs. So, what I'm surprised though is that this wasn't announced earlier at the Switch reveal event, or that this wasn't even at the Switch launch, because Ubisoft is one publisher who is usually always there day one for new console launches. We saw them put a lot of chips into Nintendo's bag when it was with the Wii U, and they had an exclusive there too with ZombiU, which was kind of okay. We know Mike likes it a lot for some reason. I
don't know.
There's another thing about him.
Whatever.
But yeah, for it not to have been there, it was kind of surprising to see. But I like that we actually have AAA developers being on board with the Switch, and especially having an exclusive game. It's rare nowadays for there to be wholly exclusive games for platforms from AAA developers and publishers.
Yeah,
it happened with Titanfall 1 and Sunset Overdrive from Insomniac, but on Xbox One
and Rise, Son of Rome.
That was Crytek, but it was published by Microsoft, wasn't it? I guess so was Sunset Overdrive, but at least Titanfall, it was published by EA, so that's the big thing. Because nowadays it's pretty much just the exclusive content, the DLC will be first on a said platform for 30 days. How Call of Duty has gone from 360 last generation to PS4. PS4 has been pretty much killing it with getting those deals with Call of Duty and Destiny 2 and Red Dead Redemption 2, all having the DLC come first to PS4.
Almost every Ubisoft game is like that.
Yeah, even Watch Dogs was like that too. But it's interesting to see that more developers or publishers are actually putting a lot of money into a game that is just for one platform rather than all three. I guess they're betting on the Switch being a success, which it is right now. With they're seemingly selling out as fast as they can put them out. So,
yeah, it's a little bit of a disaster, but it's getting better every day. Not really. All right, that about wraps it up for us today. Thank you guys so much for listening. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, feel free to email us at nothingwhatgamespodcast@gmail.com. Going to be in the description as usual. Stay tuned for next week. Possibly streams coming from the twitch.tv/NightmareMC channel.
With 2 eyes.
Yep, with 2 eyes. Also going to be in the description. And follow us on Twitter at NBG Community. And
I think I just realized that I don't follow that Twitter account and that it doesn't follow me either.
No, it follows you.
I
specifically went to go follow us. So, thanks.
I don't follow our own podcast.
Like I said 3 times, why would I listen to my own content?
Why would I? Exactly.
Jeez,
I'm not going to support myself.
What? Jeez, man. Okay, it's fine. Oh well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. You guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye.